Socialism is the forthcoming economic and political world order. Socialism is the fifth of 6 stages in the Marxist theory of history, following the era of capitalism. Within these 6 stages, it is the fourth and last within class society. It is a transitory stage between capitalism and communism that can take decades, if not centuries, to construct. Under socialism, the means of production are publicly owned by the working class. The working class includes the broad masses of workers and peasants who produce society's wealth. Under capitalism, workers and peasants are forced to sell their labor to capitalists in exchange for wages. Because the capitalists own the means of production, they exploit working class labor in order to accumulate surplus value or profit. Even though workers and peasants produce society's wealth, they have no say over how it's owned and distributed. However, under socialism, the working class becomes the dominant ruling class, continuing its struggle against the shrinking capitalist class. By forcefully seizing the state as part of a revolution, workers and peasants are able to take full control of the means of production. The working class is also able to take full control of the political apparatus, preventing the capitalists from legislating their way back into power. Vladimir Lenin describes this as the revolutionary democratic dictatorship of the proletariat and the peasantry. Under socialism, economic production is no longer oriented towards accumulating surplus value or profit for the capitalists. Instead, economic production is oriented towards producing goods and services that have direct use value for workers and peasants. Karl Marx describes the socialist distribution of goods and services in the following manner, quote, "The same amount of labor which he has given to society in one form, he receives back in another," unquote. Friedrich Engels, Marx's lifelong collaborator, describes socialism as, quote, "the ascent of man from the kingdom of necessity to the kingdom of freedom," unquote. And in the 1936 Constitution of the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin described socialist production as, quote, "from each according to his ability to each according to his work," unquote. Thus, under the socialist system, the wealth and resources of society serve human need instead of capitalist greed. This is socialism.